What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to our next draft for our Avatar Bronze to Mythic climb. Let's see how we do. Let's rock and roll. Wow, that's a rock and roll rare if I've seen one. We had this in our last draft to great effect. We essentially splashed it off of double white because we were practically mono blue. Super excited to actually build around it this time. You don't need to build around this card for it to be pretty darn great, but it synergizes really well with strong ETBs because you can airbend any non-land permanent. So stuff that airbends on ETB, including enchantments, artifacts, all those things, very good. All right, we're going to take that, obviously. Notable in the pack, Invasion Submersible is pretty great, and then this pack falls off pretty hard. Azul and Iroh are also good, but not like absolutely crazy. They're both just good. So I think there's a pretty clear 1, 2, and then a 3, 4. Energy bending is practically unplayable, and everything else is pretty mid. So don't expect to wheel anything I'm excited about from that pack, but that's okay. On to the next one. Wow. I mean, I'm going to take the rare here. I think Glider Staff is very close in power level, but Airbender's Ascension with Appa goes infinite. Because with Appa, you can airbend Airbender's Ascension, and then when you airbend Airbender's Ascension, you can re-airbend Appa, and you can just keep doing that forever. Appa's is at instant speed, so as long as you always leave Appa in airbending land, it's very hard for them to ever interact with your board. You can do the same thing with Glider Staff, but I think Airbender's Ascension is going to be a better build around. We're already going to pick things that we want to airbend and strong ETBs, which Airbender's Ascension does. So cards of note that I'm looking for. We want good ETBs that are cheaper so that we can play them before we play Appa and then play Appa. Some considerations. The 2-mana 1/1 that ETBs and makes a 1/1. Be good. Glider Staff would be great. This pack's gross. I don't like almost anything in this pack. I think Realm of Ko is fine. 4 mana, 5 mana, make a 1/1 that essentially is unblockable is really slow. And there's no permanents I actually want from this pack. Kama's probably the best card, but being triple blue or triple black in what is clearly not going to be a blue-black deck does not make me excited. I could just take the white card. I don't want fancy footwork. I'd rather have the Earthbend 3 and destroy a creature, I think. Fancy footwork's been fine. I guess it's technically better. I think Honest Work is terrible. Mari Grasp is decent. I don't know what our other color is though. Mari Grasp is just not good enough for me to like be like, oh, I'm blue now. This is not looking good for our mono white attempt here. So we're gonna have to start moving into a second color. First time flyers, decent. Raucous Audience and Rebellious Captives have been decent. Lost Days has been decent. And this pack's also just really uninspiring. I kind of just want to take the white card and figure it out. I don't think any of these cards are strong enough to pull me into it, and I don't know what I am other than white. So I'm just going to take the white card and keep on chugging. Passionate Healer's good. Aru's good with our airbending. The Earthbend doesn't trigger like the whenever a creature enters for Airbender's Ascension. Ember Island production is very okay. It's notably terrible with airbending though, and I don't love that. I guess I'm going to take Compassionate Healer. It's going to make our deck every time. Aru is good. I think Compassionate Healer is white, first of all, so we're always playing it, and we'll go from there. Accumulate Wisdom's been very strong, and I think that is a signal that blue is open. I think Accumulate Wisdom is good enough that I can look at this pack and say, okay, Razor Ring's decent. It would probably make our deck. I'm going to take the Accumulate Wisdom and try to find our bombs off of it. Empty City Ruse. Target opponent skips all combat phases on their next turn. And a Sokka. Rare Sokka. It's kind of crazy. We'll take Rumble Arena. I'm not taking the target opponent skips combat next turn. It's 1 mana, which is pretty decent, but skipping combat means all their stuff stays untapped, which I don't love. Otter Penguin doesn't really work with anything we've got, but neither does really anything else. Rebellious Captive's probably the best card, but if we're in blue-white, Otter Penguin is pretty nice. You can also just take Aang's Journey, but I just really don't like that card. Especially in like a blue-white, I want to be playing a bunch of creatures deck. Yeah, I'll take the Otter Penguin and see where we go. This is our original pack. We said it. There's like nothing here we really wanted to see come back. Yeah, none of this has ETBs or anything. I guess I'll take the blue card. I don't know. I think we are incredibly open going into pack 2 here. I will say Uncle Iroh is a signal, maybe into red or green, but certainly he should not be wheeling on our 10th pick here. All these are pretty bad. I'll take the Honest Work, I guess. It's technically a removal spell. I just hate it. Mongoose Lizard in case we end up in red. It's pretty good ETB, deals 1 to anything. Second Mongoose Lizard's a lot worse than the first, but if we're red, that could help us get there. Really open going into pack 2 here. Only white card is Airbending Lesson, which is decent, but the Mechanist, Aerial Artisan has been pretty decent. Anytime you cast a non-creature spell, make a clue, and then, you only really need to trigger this once for it to be pretty good. It has to be removed. Teo's been good. A second it would be good. Professor Zay, if we're blue, is fine. The problem is, I feel like Airbending Lesson is just as good, if not better, than the Mechanist. Mechanist doesn't really work at all with our airbend a bunch of things, and it doesn't work with blinking it. I don't really have anything that says I should be blue other than Accumulate Wisdom. I'm just taking Airbending Lesson. I still don't know what my second color is. I know I'm playing white, so I'm trying to just only take cards that I know I'm going to play early, because the higher power is worth it. Team Avatar here is an easy pickup. I don't like Katara, and we don't have any allies other than Appa, and Appa doubling their ETB doesn't do anything. Compassionate Healer would double, but not really what we're trying to do. Team Avatar is great. We're going to take it and not really look back. I think it's basically a third rare in that pack. Another Airbending Lesson, the Fire Sages. Corrupt Court Official goes really well with all of our airbending and re-blinking, going wide. I think Fire Stages is the best card here. It's super efficient. It's very difficult to deal with. Doesn't really work well with airbending, but I think we just need good creatures, and good creatures are hard to find. So I'll take this one. I don't like Enter the Avatar State, especially not this early. And if we are red, that's a pretty big pickup. Oh my gosh, more airbending, but no white creatures. This is so annoying. I take Airbender's Reversal. I think when we already have an airbending lesson, the Airbender's Reversal becomes better. I like it as a removal spell. I mean, we're still dangerously close to just being mono white, right? Like, take all of these cards. Hey, stop it. Take all these cards out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white cards we know we're playing. Iroh Tea Master. When he enters, make a food. Pretty good with all the airbending. Jet is fantastic with all the airbending, but he really wants you to go wide. I do think Jet is better than Iroh. Iroh's not bad. He's just not good. Most of the time he's a 3-mana 2/2 that gives your opponent a food and then makes a 2/2. There's a 3-mana 4/4 that gives your opponent a food. I like Jet. Jet has been, every time I've casted Jet, I've felt really good about it. Here, with how much airbending we have, I think I'm actually taking a second Compassionate Healer. Well, actually, Freedom Fighters is better with airbending and going wide. And Jet. Okay, I'll take a Freedom Fighters here. It looks like we're moving into confidently being red-white. Of course, I say that, and there's not a single red card in this pack. I don't know what's going on anymore. But I'm feeling like we're just confidently red-white at this point. And if that's the case, I don't like Zuko's Exile. I don't like this card at all. So I'm taking a Large Tribe Captain as a essentially 3-mana 3/3 with late game upside. I don't think Professor Zay is very good in the, if he's a double red creature. I'll just take Razor Rings. It's a good card. He's super control-y. Cunning Maneuver, I guess. I'm really just trying to signal. I would say Azula is a signal for sure. Curious Farm Animals is good to airbend because it's just cheap early play, and then you can use it over and over again. I don't like Rough Rhino Cavalry. Gains Hexproof, sure. I'll hold on to something for Appa. And here I'm not playing either of those cards, so we'll take the Free Roll Mythic for our collection. Once again, we're just signaling, taking the red card. Alright. Spirit Water Revival, pretty fine. Southern Air Temple, kind of not bad with what we're doing here. 4 mana, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. And then every time I airbend it, I get to do it again. The only ways I can airbend it are off of Appa and Airbending Lesson. So it seems. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to just take another Freedom Fighters and be pretty happy about it. Freedom Fighters is good. It's better than the Compassionate Healer and the Deserves Disciple here. having ETBs that make creatures, so I can keep blinking them. Take another Freedom Flyers. Jong for Enter the Avatar State, Airbender's Reversal, Fancy Footwork, Airbending Lesson. Yeah, Jong has been really good. Number 3 drop, but I already have 2 Freedom Fighters, and I think Jong is more powerful enough. Another Spirit Water Revival, which I think is very okay. This is the deck for this Zuko. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, or whenever a permanent you control enters from exile, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. This is absolutely the deck for it. I just don't think it's worth it to splash him. I think I'd rather have like a Deserter's Disciple or a Wandering Musicians. I don't like Price of Freedom either. I'm guessing as a Deserter's Disciple, we really need 2s. I'll just take a 2-drop and be pretty happy about it. Whoa, that's the wrong Momo. That's such a bummer. The other Momo would be absolutely incredible in our deck. This Momo kind of doesn't do anything for us. We can take another Airbending's Lesson. We can take a Boomy's Bash. I think here I just want some hard removal. I'll take Boomy's Bash. Airbending Lesson's good and all, but we already have a lot of airbending. We don't have a lot of permanent removal for problematic things, or more notably, things that have good ETBs that we don't really want to give them a second one of. Solstice Revelations as 3 mana instant speed. Most of the time, draw a card is okay, but I think I'm taking Abandoned Attachments here to filter and get to our later game stuff. Double it off of Jong. Thousand's Comet, huh? Nope, I think I'm taking a 2-drop here. Thousand Comet is a mythic that does nothing for us, so no thank you. Yeah, Deserter's Disciple seems pretty good. Some more early game. Hey, another Deserter's Disciple? I don't know how I feel about the 3rd one, but we can figure that out when we go to deck building. I don't know how I feel about the 4th one, so I'm actually going to take a Yuyan Archers here. The ETB of Discard Draw could be good with our airbending. The Reach could be relevant. It's not an ally, which is a bummer. We have another Deserter's Disciples. Yeah, we just play a playset of unblockables. I kind of like that, actually. We have some cuts to make. Probably one of them is a Mongoose Lizard. I will take a Freedom Fighters. That might actually make the deck. Like, I don't know if I'm playing Iroh. Technically, Cat Owl could make our deck, although I don't think it will. Sandbender's Storm is getting cut for sure. At least one of these Mongoose Lizards isn't making it. I don't think Curious Farm Animals gets there for us. I don't know if Fancy Footwork does it either, although with 4 Deserter's Disciples and 3 Treetop Fighters, actually this might be a great deck for it. Take the Uncommon, help us with our Vault. Take the Uncommon, help us with our Vault. Say again. Water Tribe Captain was pretty filler from the beginning, so maybe it gets the cut. Oh, it's gonna be tough. There's a lot of cuts we gotta make here. Cards I normally end up cutting, I'm gonna put over here, just see what we're working with. I think maybe 4 Deserter's Disciples is aggressive, although I think 3 Treetop Freedom Fighters is decent. Iroh's interesting because in terms of lessons, we have 1 that can be discounted. Can't discount Enter the Avatar State. 2, 3, 4 lessons that can be discounted by 1, but he's double red. I don't know if that's worth it. I don't care about the 4 power. He's not particularly synergistic with airbending. And we need to cut 1 card from this list because we are simply cutting a land to play 16 lands and a Mongoose Lizard with a Rumble Arena. So 16 lands. Feel like it's Enter the Avatar State. I've just been really unimpressed with this card most of the time, and it doesn't really work with our lower power creatures. I'd rather have Fancy Footwork. And now we can look at our colors. We're very much more red than we are white, so we will cut a Singular Plains and be pretty happy about it. I believe it counts this as a red-green card, but for us it's double red. And that's the deck. We got 4 Deserter's Disciples. We're going to hopefully do the airbending combo with Appa and anything that's a permanent that airbends, which I believe for us is just Airbender's Ascension. But that's okay. They can go infinite. Infinite, of course, being limited by your mana, but basically means for every 2 mana you have, you make 1/1s, and it gets pretty annoying. We didn't pick up some of the big cards I was looking for, like Twin Blades or the Staff, but that's okay. Take a moment here and let me know in the comments how you think this deck will do, how many wins you think we'll get, or full trophy, and then we will jump right in. All right, game 1, I see 3 2-drops and a 3-drop we can cast, and I'm on the play. I like all the things I just said, so I will play a mountain first, make them worry about Firebending Lesson, which we unfortunately saw 0 of this draft. Earthen Ally. It's a fun card. Well, here, I think I just get down the Yuyan Archers, and I discard a mountain and draw a card. It also blocks the Earthen Ally pretty well. Airbending Lesson is going to be nice with Iroh. Tap land, go use a. Well, I play Iroh. And I should just pass. I don't really want to trade with the Earthen Ally, given I have removal spells galore. Get Firebending next turn. First time flyer with no lessons in the graveyard. You got it. I play land. I guess I'm airbending lessening using the firebending. Like this. Turn their 1-drop into a 2-drop. Make them have to replay it. I'm happy to trade. And then play what will be an unblockable 2/2 because we have the Deserter's Disciple to follow it up next turn. Eventually this will be unblockable. Great draws would be Appa. I don't care about that. Freedom Fighters. Yeah, that's way better. Let's play that. And funny enough, I don't care if they block the 2/1 to trade. I'm not Razor Ringsing. See if they have a trick. No trick. Try and play a second Deserter's Disciple. Maybe they have Eloquentia. Eloquentia. Sure. You got me. We have a removal spell. Oh, we're Shrines? Playing your first Shrine this late. That's probably not a recipe for success. I shall go to combat. You shall kill Iroh. Airbend Iroh. You got it. I didn't need him anyway. I think, with nothing in my hand that synergizes with blinking Airbender's Ascension, I'm just going to hold on to it to airbend what I assume is going to be the red shrine to make monks. And it's the only way this deck makes permanents, so through shrines, mind you. Crack the clue, you got it. Another Deserter's Disciple. Very well. I shall make my 1/1 unblockable. And then go to combat. Ah, now we kill the Iroh. Fear my unblockable 1/1. Shall play a 2/2. And we're just holding up removal. I don't really want to airbend the Forecasting Fortune Teller. I do want to airbend that. I do want to airbend that, that's for sure. So, if I make a 2/2 unblockable, I get him for 2. I can also just attack for everything and then Razor Rings. I think I'm just going to attack with everything and Razor Rings. Yep. What is this, Pillar Launch? Nope. Get him for 4, and now we're presenting lethal with a top deck land. As we make a 2/2 unblockable. Oh, Appa. Even better. Well, no, it's not even better because I could have killed them this turn. But this protects all of my things. They go to 1. They crack a land, I assume. Appa can't airbend their things. So I just have to kind of live with this, the 7/7 being here. But they need removal. And blockers. And health. Because Mongoose Lizard eventually just kills them. They gotta play Shrine at least. That's a Shrine. Gains them a life. We're still dead on board to Deserter's Disciple. Very well. Deserter's Disciple. Notably difficult to block when you have that many of them. I see 2 drops galore. Going second, I don't love, but Team Avatar on turn 3 potentially. Pretty nice. We can use the Freedom Fighters to discard and draw. Or sorry, the Archers to discard and draw. Hopefully play Treetop Freedom Fighters on turn 3. And then resolve in Team Avatar on turn 4 and basically just be winning the game. Now that's reliant on us hitting at least 1 land on either turn 1, 2, or 3. Otherwise we'll have to cycle. But our backup is we just play, or turn 4 as well, because we can discard and draw if we haven't hit a land yet. Easy keep. Play Mountain first always. There are no 1-mana white spells with no creatures on board that are relevant, so I always want to lead on them being worried about Firebending Lesson. Forecasting Fortune Teller, sure. Seeing a land, I want to get the Compassionate Healer down instead, because it can attack into the Forecasting Fortune Teller. No plays is Sketch. I play my land and I go to combat? If we're just cracking the clue, I don't want a large Eye Captain. It feels like we're just cracking the clue. Next. Treetop Freedom Fighters. I mean, if they want to Ilquentia this, I can't really attack into Forecasting Fortune Teller. Interesting that they are choosing to do that, but I will accept. Land wouldn't be bad here, but we can also just cycle the Mongoose Lizard and then play Yuyan Archers. Avatar Enthusiast, you got it. No mana up now. Get him for 1. Well, I really want to get down another creature. But if we're trading for the Avatar, or killing off the Avatar Enthusiast, I'm also pretty happy about that. Because I can Razor Rings it. I actually do want to land here so I can play 3-drop, 2-drop next turn. Alright, if they're going to play nothing, I know there's a land on top, I'm just going to play Deserter's Disciple. Because now, next turn, we can play Team Avatar. Deserter's Disciple of Team Avatar is very good, because you can take a small creature, make it unblockable, and then attack with it. And then we'll also be holding up Destroy Target Attacking Creature, with both essentially Razor Rings and Airbender's Reversal. Big scry one for them, it seems. I would have to guess they're looking for lands, as we were. Can't block the 3/3, don't even wanna. So what's interesting here is I don't even have to use the Deserter's Disciple. I can just play Team Avatar as the card. This will become a 4/4, which they cannot kill. So I will attack with my Compassionate Healer, make it a 4/4. Zhong for Airbender's Reversal. Sure. It's pretty decent. Gives me a creature to play next turn. See if they want to, like, block, jump block. I assume they don't. Yep. So we're holding up Razor Rings if Avatar Enthusiast is able to be killed by that, or Glider Kids if that's all they choose to attack with. We're also holding up Airbender's Reversal as destroying a creature or potentially airbending one of my creatures to protect it. Feeling very reactive, and that's okay. I think our deck is relatively reactive. I'm going to try and kill Avatar Enthusiasts and see if they have a response. Could be Ilquentia. Invasion Reinforcements is the worst case scenario. Okay, that's lame. Means we could trade now, and no, I don't want to do that. I think I actually will. Getting this off the board without having to use Airbender's Reversal seems pretty good. And then here, I actually think I'm not going to hold up Airbender's Reversal this turn. I want to hold it up with Zhong the turn after. And then I shall decline. This is now going to be a 5/5, so I can just attack, gain another life, scry again. Jet is incredible. And we know they're still looking for lands. They could have their own team avatar, that would be pretty bad, but Airbender's reversal is going to help us a bunch, and we can hold up activating Zhong to do it twice if they attack with 2 creatures. If they play with Team Avatar, it's almost certainly not going to be that they're attacking with 2 creatures. So let's see what they do. They're still pretty mana hungry. I mean, they haven't cracked this clue, so it tells me they don't have a 2-drop or a land to go with it. They may be out of things to play here and have to crack the clue to just try and hit a land for next turn, essentially. That'd be best case scenario. What I mean by that is they have no 1s, 2s, or 3s. So they have to crack the clue, and even if they hit a land, they still don't have a 2, so they can't play it. But what it seems like is they had a whole bunch of 2s, and they've been basically forced to play 1 card a turn and never crack the clue, as we've been forcing them to be reactive. I am not blocking your 2-3 in the air. I don't want to trade. My creatures are worth way more than your creatures right now. Well, this is interesting. Just leaving all your mana up. I really don't want to be It'll Quench Yid. I kind of just want to play Jet. And if they have a second It'll Quench Ya, we're still winning on the board. See what they do. My assumption is they're holding up cracking the clue at this point. It's like, yep. Go 4 to it. Cool. Alright. Is this like Razor Rings? In response to it getting the +4/+4? Airbending Lesson. That's kind of fine. I gain my life. I see an Iroh on top. That's just another creature for us, and I'm pretty happy about it. It also makes Airbending Lesson cost 1 less, so that's pretty nice. Next turn we could just play 3-drop, 2-drop. Attack with something. Compassionate Healer, by the way, gained us like 4 life this game, so pretty relevant. And they don't want Jet to die, because then my creatures get bigger. I can use Zhong to airbend Jet and Yuyan archers. This is probably Zhong. What do you want to bounce? You could also bounce Team Avatar. That's been pretty annoying. You do not want to bounce Jet. It's just a removal spell. Jet is not the... Okay. Well, this is not going to go great for you, because I just replay Jet. And yeah, you can make a 3/3, but I kill the Forecasting Fortune Teller. Sure. I attack with Yuyan archers, because it's the most damage. And it gets +3/+3. You can double block to trade with it. Fantastic, yeah. This is getting so out of hand. Next turn I play 2 more creatures, and then my stuff attacks for 2 bigger. And we of course play Iroh first. They found a land, but it's a tapped land. They can like airbending my Zhong or something, I guess. I don't know. Put a pacifism on one of them. They're still, because that's their top deck, right? So we know they just drew that. So whatever they could have done last turn is still what they could have done the turn before. I assume this was also their top deck. I can't believe they bounced Jet. That's just gotta be wrong. Team Avatar is showing why I view it as basically a rare. Look at this game and tell me that the way this play has happened doesn't make you feel like my opponent has just been drowning against Team Avatar the whole game. Whatever I attack with gets It's jet. It's always jet. 7/5, it's the most damage. And now I'm holding up protection as well to airbend whatever I see fit. If they try to kill something, I can just airbend it in response. Now it only airbends my creatures, but who cares? I can also airbend Jet to replay Jet as a removal spell. Sure. I'm going to airbend Jet and replay Jet as a removal spell now. Absurd. Oh, second removal spell? Problem with Team Avatar is keeping my creatures on the board doesn't actually solve the problem. I assume this was their top deck. And now they can crack the clue with it, which means they didn't have a 2-drop, or they just have another 2-drop to use, which is crazy. I wonder what you would play here for 2 mana, but what's even left that's relevant? Second, Path to Redemption. Okay, well now we're going to use Zhong Zhong instead. We're going to airbend both of these and get them back. That was their whole turn. My turn. I activate Zhong Zhong. I go to combat. I attack with my 7-power Zhong Zhong. Firebending 1. Next. To damage. Well, I still have the firebending mana in case, I mean, there's nothing. Auto pay. Copy it, airbend target creature. Important to note for these choose ones, you have to choose the same mode twice. And then post combat, I just replay Jet and blow up the Compassionate Healer. They could have Avatar's Wrath and airbend my whole board. And then I won't be able to cast anything. Unfortunately, there's nothing to get you out of that. Yeah, Team Avatar, showing why I rate it essentially as a rare every time I pick it. It does not require a lot to be absurd. Alright. I don't love this hand. But I'm going to keep it. I have a 2-drop play of Abandoned Attachments, but if I was on the draw, I probably wouldn't keep this hand at all. And this just got a lot better because we now have a 2/3. And then we can figure out on turn 4 if we have the mana for Appa, if we're going to play Abandoned Attachments. It's an even better 3-drop. I swing for 4, bing bong. They pass turn 2 on the draw. Yikes. Messenger Hawk or yikes. Appa? Do I play Appa this turn? Oh no. I think I just attack with the Deserter's Disciple because I can't block it anyway, so it makes no difference. And just play a Water Tribe Captain, and we just hang out. Teo. Pretty good card. Team Avatar. Hi. Wow. Is it better to use Team Avatar as a removal spell here? I never say that. So it's kind of crazy to even consider. No, it's still not worth it. As we play Team Avatar, I give this guy unblockable, so they can't even chump block it. And then swing for 6. And next turn we're practically threatening lethal with an unblockable Team Avatar. Take 3. 3's kind of irrelevant here. Or 4. If we draw a land, we can play Jet. If we don't draw a land, we're holding up Team Avatar. Or not Team Avatar, Appa. Yeah, none of this matters. Airbending lesson? Sure. I make this unblockable. I can't kill them because I don't have enough creatures to do it. So we just go to combat. Attack for 6 unblockable again. And I end my turn, holding up Appa and Airbending Lesson. They're dead to Deserter's Disciple. We're not even close to dead in the air. So this will be 3, 5, or 3, 4, like 7, and then they get one more, so 8. This is 8 damage in the air. I can even play Appa just to block it. Alright, they're not giving me a way to block them. Pass. Crack a clue. That doesn't make Messenger Hawk bigger. Crack another clue. We are digging for an answer to Deserter's Disciple. Pass the damage. Good game. Unblockable. Deserter's Disciple and Team Avatar win again. Who needs Appa? I guess that'd be too good. Going first again, Fire Sages into Treetop Freedom Fighters with fancy footwork. Looks pretty good to me. With an Airbender's reversal as, oh no, backup. Play the Fire Sages. You Firebending Lesson it. Sad. But fair. I'm not going to sit here and hold it up. This is why you play your Mountain first, right? Like, I knew that they had it, and I still played into it, because, oh, that is really annoying. I just discarded that land. Yeah. Because that blocks this incredibly well. I want nothing to do with it. Well, this might be a game we lose. Turn 1 Firebending Lesson, turn 2 Corrupt Court Official, turn 3, I don't even know. Messenger Hawk would be pretty annoying, so I can't really airbend it. Tundra Tank, make the 1/1 indestructible. It has crew 1. Wow. Pretty good. We'll have a jet for next turn. I attack. Just gonna fancy footwork. You got me. Pass. Fancy footwork. Dink, dink. Trade. Yeah, this isn't feeling great. They just play like an Azula here. Like, what do I do? Another Corrupt Court Official. It's absolutely going to be Airbender's reversal this time. They can also just go Swamp, 3rd Corrupt Court Official, and I lose. I'm not blocking that. 1 Mountain. What do you want to do? Razor Rings. That's useless. No decks. Yeah, against these Corrupt Court Officials. Looks like there may be Land Screwed. And maybe Land Screwed gives me hope. This card like a 5-drop. Firebending Lesson is the worst card in your hand? Surely not. I don't care about these 1/1s. Land's decent. I use it to kill their Yuyan Archers. I get in for 1. Now they have to keep up blockers, but Jet eventually puts a 1/1 counter on the 1/1. How is Firebending Lesson the worst card in their hand? That's just not right. I don't win this game. If this is actually the right discard for whatever was in there, okay. That's definitely a card you keep over Firebending Lesson, so we've seen 1. They top decked the land because they didn't play it last turn. Appa's decent. Pretty bad on an empty board, but I think I have to just tempo it out. Appa. Have more removal, certainly. Certainly their hand is just all removal. They just exile this. The 4 mana is sold out. Yeah, this is absurd. Firebending Lesson, Heartless Act, Iroh's Demonstration, just 10 removal spells. Land that they just top decked, land that I just top decked. I play this because I have the 6-drop, I guess. I think I have to actually kill one of these. Gain 3 life. Their deck is just all removal. And then they play Zao. I draw a land. I don't think we're winning. I mean, Zald kind of doesn't do anything. He's just a 3/4. Firebending too. They could have the Fire Nation attacks or something like that here. Nope. Alright, Airbending Lesson's pretty good. I will not be doing it now, because I want to do it when they go to attacks. Or try to sacrifice something. I would love to Airbending Lesson the 2/2, but I think I have to just get rid of the Zao for a turn. Save myself a permanent, or 3 damage here. Draw a card. It's a random 2-drop, sure. Yeah, it's not looking hot. Our hero is looking pretty dead. I play a 2-drop. I play a 3-drop. They kill everything. Next, no attacks. See what they want to do. We can double block Zao. Obsessive Pursuit. Yep, that's game over. They give everything +1/+0 off of Zao. Wow, doing that main phase is kind of crazy. Why not use Zao's? You have 3 firebending you're wasting. Oh, I guess that doesn't matter either. Uh-huh. And a 1/1 counter. Yikes. Well, we have to kill Zao, and we have to kill this 2/1. But Obsessive Pursuit's gonna run away with the game here. And then they have a 3rd Firebending Lesson? Okay. What is this deck? 3 Firebending Lessons, Heartless Act. So their hand when they discarded Firebending Lesson was Heartless Act, Iroh's Demonstration, Zao, which was their only ever creature, so they didn't want to discard it, and a 2nd Firebending Lesson. So they discarded one of the 2 Firebending Lessons. For the record, they played a turn 1 Firebending Lesson. That is absurd deck. As an absurd deck. What are you even talking about? I think that was totally the right choice. And that is just insane. Alright, now we're on the draw. We have a Fire Sages. I unfortunately feel like I gotta keep this hand. Fire Sages with the Fire Bending can put Fancy Footwork out or put a 1/1 counter on itself. I don't know. I think I gotta keep this. See what happens. They mulliganed. It's a good sign for us. Appa's a bad card to draw right now, but will be good long term. Remember, we have 4 Deserter's Disciples in the deck too. It's pretty good. Airbender's Reversal is decent, not great into Heartless Act. Okay, no Heartless Act is a great sign. Remember, they mulliganed. Okay, they do have both their colors. Ozai's Cruelty. I have to discard 2 cards. Fancy Footwork. Is it Appa? I feel like it's Appa. It's so crazy, but like... Yeah, I think it's Appa. It's double white. We're super far away from it. We need the earlier creature. Team Avatar is better. Yeah, insane. Rumble Arena is a pretty good draw. Land on top. Yes, please. I'm just playing Zhong and attacking for 1, or for 2. And the next turn we play Team Avatar. Remember, Zhong has Firebending as well, so... Epic Downfall, sure. And a Honest Work. Okay. It's a 1/1. But you know what 1/1s can still do? Attack with Team Avatar. Barg. It's a 2/2 again. Alright, we have double removal spell in hand, so we're feeling pretty safe long term here. If they now have to use another removal spell on Humble Merchant, non-land permanent card. Oh my goodness. Get destroyed. Deserter's Disciple. I attacks. It's now 3. Remember how I said I rate Honest Work really lowly? This is why. They're going to have to, at some point, use a 2nd removal spell on this Humble Merchant. Isn't that depressing? Draw 2 cards? Sure. and then exile it. I could airbend the Humble Merchant so that it becomes the Firebenders again, but I think the actual Firebend or Humble Merchant, I think the actual ability to protect one of my creatures is way more important. They know about it, so they know they need 2 removal spells to deal with it, but this board state, if continuing, I win. I will hold this mountain. They don't know I have it. I want an extra card to discard in case they play a second Ozai's Cruelty. And who knows, maybe now they have like another Daily Indoctrination. They're like, what card did they keep? Yeah, if the status quo continues, I win. Actually win very soon. Destroy all creatures. Alright. Now I'll airbend my Humble Merchant. So Rise of Sozin was I discard a card. And now that they've done that, I play the Fire Sages and Water Tribe Captain. Unfortunately, they named Booby's Bash, and they just removed the Booby's Bash from my hand. Nothing I can do about that. They know I have it, so gotta choose it. Hama? Do I have a 2 mana? Oh, Airbender's Ascension. Right. Very right. Or Airbenders. Or you can take Razor Rings. Airbenders is better. Yep. And they can Airbend Hama with it. Oh, it's only during your turn? Oh. How interesting. Well. I go to combat. I can force them to chump block with Hama. So 3, 6, 7. We're 1 short if we attack the Fire Sages, so I might as well do it this way. 1 short of being able to use Firebending twice. Yep, you just chump block. So they're going to get Sozin. But I get to put a 1/1 counter on the Fire Sages now. I actually don't know if that's correct. It might be better to not put a 1/1 counter, because I can then make it unblockable with Deserter's Disciple. Like, let's say they play a fish here, right? Sozin has Menace. Oh, just passing with all the open mana in the world. It's kind of the worst, isn't it? A lot of choices. This doesn't have lifelink. So, this is a real choice here. One option is to put a 1/1 counter on it and then attack with everything, right? They can only block one thing, and then they need a removal spell, and then we also have whatever we draw, plus Firebending, and all that next turn. Problem is, they then get to Firebend 3, so they'll have 11 mana, and they could just put my whole board onto the battlefield. I think I need to leave the Deserter Disciples and Fire Sages back and attempt to win this way. Next, I attack with just the Fire Sages. It's lethal. Bam! Now, they didn't have instant speed removal, clearly, but they could have had an additional blocker to flash in. There's a bunch of flash creatures in the format. But either way, we steal a win against Rise of Soza. So, we steal a win against Rise of Sozin. Going to 4 wins. All right. I love me quadruple mountain. I'm mulliganing this, even with a 2-drop. Arena, please. I gotta keep this one, but this one's actually better because I have a compassionate healer. Compassionate healer attacking can scry me. 4 planes. Cool. So both of those hands were essentially 4 of 1 land. Look, we're mono white. Can't you tell we're mono white? I just play Team Avatar here. Get him for 3. Life and scry. No. Another planes does nothing for me. I don't even really want to land, but I need a red land eventually, so, Hey, that's annoying. Mountain. If I play Water Tribe Captain, this attacks as a 4/4. This also, I just go combat. Make it a 3/3. Razor Rings is good. Do I just want to... No, I want to protect this. Untap it. Next turn we have Water Tribe Captain and Razor Rings. White Lotus Reinforcements isn't very scary by itself. The rare would be terrible here for us though, the put a 1/1 counter and... Oh. We got tricks. Now we got tricks. See what you want to do. Freedom Fighters is amazing. Next. Yep. Yep, it's not attacking or blocking yet, so I can't do it in response. Go full control. Next to damage. And before we leave combat, we finish it off. I wanted to do this in case they had a fight spell. Oh, and then they have a fight spell. Oh. Oh, that's lame but fair. We're winning on board. We have a go wide next turn. If they play like a 3/3, I can just attack with Water Tribe Captain by itself first. If they play nothing, I just play this right away. They have something here. Whatever that something is, I don't care. I'm going to guess it's Airbending Lesson. Oh. Oh no. Mythic Appa. Hey, that card's pretty good. Pretty hard to play around Mythics for a lot of reasons, one of them being their Mythic, so, and they get Bossing Say off of the Ostrich Horse. Disgusting. Yeah, get him for... Why not? I shall Airbender's Ascension my Treetop Freedom Fighters. And then play it. Get 2 triggers. Attack with everybody. And they can block the 3/1. Oh, no. I'm at 23, brother. Oh, that's why. It's a 5/3 now. And Appa is not a human. Okay. Owie. Where's my Appa? Jet's pretty good. If we get 1 more creature next turn, this actually goes crazy. And then yeah, put the pressure on. We can start blinking Jet if we draw any creature next turn. If we start blinking Jet, we're gonna win the game. True Ancestry. Do they have a land? No land. Get him for 3 in the air. Sure. Any creature. Oh, I love it. No attacks. I will blink Jet. What do I blow up for 5? Is it Long Fang to prevent 1/1 counter distribution? I don't really care if the Ostrich Horse becomes a 4/2. I care a lot if Appa keeps hitting me in the air. I think it's way more important. Long Fang can't put a counter on themselves. Oh, they can. Interesting. But we're blowing up the Diligent Zookeeper next anyway, and none of these things have trample. Yep. That is not a removal spell for Jet. You shall lose. Yes! Airbender's Ascension with Jet is so broken. We are grinding. Bum 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 bum. Going for 6 wins. Fire Sages, Freedom Fighters, Airbender's Ascension. We gotta keep this 2-lander. We have 2 2-drop plays, so feeling pretty good. And hey, look at that. We drew our 3-drop. Very likely, I'm just gonna Airbender's Ascension whatever they play here. Okay, they play nothing, I play the Fire Sages. The reason I wanted to do that is I want to get it down so I can start pumping it up off of having things enter. Water Tribe. Yep, you got it. Here, I'm definitely just playing the Airbender's Ascension. Can't use the Firebending, that's fine. Once again, we have so many creatures, and if we can start blinking things, we're going to win the game. Tempo, tempo, tempo. Suki, pretty good. I feel like I just play... What do I play? I feel like I need to hit a land. We're going to discard one of these Deserter's Disciples, I think. No, we're going to discard Water Tribe. Captain. Pretty hard to play. Hey, land, but not a one we can use, unfortunately. No attacks, because they just block and we're sad. If we had drawn them out and we could have even attacked and done all the things, but next turn we can blow up the Suki. Keeping up a white. Could be Airbender's Reversal. What happens if we go to combat? Yeah, they got something here. Or it could be the octopus form. Why would they tap double blue that way for it? I'm just gonna play Treetop Freedom Fighters and pass. It feels like they have something here to protect her, and pumping up the Airbender's Ascension by 2 so that next turn I can play a creature and start blinking either the Archers or the Freedom Fighters to make 1/1 seems pretty good. No! My Airbender's Ascension. That's really lame. That's really lame. Aww. Do we just make them have it here? Seems like they're gonna just blow up my thing anyway. Here, at least it's inefficient for their mana. If this is like the Airbender's Reversal. Hey, that is pretty inefficient. I shall attack with my 3/1. You want to trade with your 3/3? Because you have to use the Curious Farm Animals to blow up my Airbender's Ascension. Seems pretty good. Replaying Suki, again it uses double blue, which is super weird, but what do I know? I think I get Jong down. I feel like it's a waste to do it the other way. They're blowing up my thing anyway this turn, so it's no point attacking because I just block and then sack it, so we're just hanging out. Getting Jong down means that if we draw a lesson, we can potentially do something with it, but yeah, them blowing that up's lame. Imagine we drew Appa. Could have airbent it in response. Would have gone crazy. Wandering Musicians, sure. Team Avatar? Oh. Oh. It's pretty good. What am I attacking with? Gets +4/+4. Doesn't really matter what I attack with. So I should attack with the 1/1 because it blocks the worst. Make it a 5/5. See if they want to trade with their Wandering Musicians or Suki. Probably not. And we're just going to keep going wide. Mountain would be amazing. Our best draw. 4/5 and double block at 20. I don't care. I assume they have something. I think I just play under. Oh, they don't have it up this turn. We play the 3-drop this turn. If we draw a land, we're playing Jet now. And we're still attacking with. I guess attacking with a 2/2 is better, or 2/1 now is better because they're not blocking and 1 more damage. Oh, of course, now they have the removal spell for it. Sure. Gain 3 life as well. Yucky. Should have attacked with a 1/1. They didn't do it last turn. See what they want to do. They just used a Razor Rings, so I feel way more confident that they don't have a removal spell. They could still. Cool. Oh, I miscounted. Well, that's a misplay. Put that on the misplay chart. And we're getting blown out in the air anyway, it looks like here. Hey, land's pretty good. Play Jet. Stop taking damage in the air. And 4 damage, yeah. Just attack for the most we can. Are we dead in the air? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're not dead in the air next turn, but turn after. Yikes. It's just too much air raid. Oh, Katara, I win the game. Okay. Yeah, they got it. 1, 2, 3. They make everything base 4, and then I just die without them even having to draw a card. Who knew? Katara wins the game, just wins the game. I see Team Avatar. I see a Scryland. I see I'm going second. Don't love that. Play a Scryland turn 1, I think. Actually, I would play it turn 2. Yeah, definitely turn 2 now. Want to hold up? I have a Firebending Lesson. You should be afraid of playing your best 2-drop. You won't want to get Firebending Lessoned. Cool. What a great choice you've made. Show me a Plains. Another Deserter's Disciple. Don't think so. Pretty good on Deserter's Disciples right now. I need 1 more land so that we can play Team Avatar. But next turn we can Airbender's Ascension, whatever their scary play is here. That's a scary play. Go away. Oh my goodness. Go away. Be gone. I attack for 2. Next turn I play Treetop Freedom Fighters. Oh, that's so good here. Land is great. We're nearing being able to play Jet. I can't block the Sun Warriors, so I shall instead attack with the Unblockable. They don't know it, but I have a Team Avatar combo coming soon, and Sun Warriors is slow if they're trying to go all in on defensive and be like, I win this defensive battle. This Firebend's 2, so I just take the 3 unless they have a trick. Lightning Strike? Fight Spell? Fight Spell for Deserter's Disciples? No blocks. Something. Not nothing. Wow, we just passed? Don't really want to just play Jet into this, but I think I'm just going to play Jet into this, because then Team Avatar Ascension, or Airbender's Ascension, will start being able to blink him next turn. I have 4 creatures, so if you kill one of my creatures, this doesn't work. Allies at last. You kill Jet. Sure. Guess that's pretty important. Like this. And Firebending Lesson. Second allies at last, so that it's only going to do 3. That's crazy. That's absurd. What do you even mean? I mean, I can't block it, so I might as well offer a trade. What the hell is that? I mean, land, I guess, is pretty good because I can play Iroh and Team Avatar, but double allies at last? What the hell? Firebend 3, still wasted. I love that for me. Boomy's Bash. Hold on. Do I cycle for the land first with Mongoose Lizard? I feel like I gotta keep the Mongoose Lizard for next turn. Either way, I gotta kill this Sun Warriors. X equals 5. I think we're okay. We let Suki attack us this turn. We block the 1/1 she creates. Like 3. We have an airbending lesson. Or airbending ascension about to trigger. Oh, that's scary. No. Alright. Play the 4. Gives me the trigger there. No attacks. End turn. Blink the Freedom Fighters. Make a 1/1. We now have infinite 1/1s to block Suki. Pretty good. Problem is the Foggy Swamp Vine Bender gets out of hand. I need something that can block it. It's a 4/3, and it water bends for 5. So block like that, block like that, block like that, and pray. I'm very happy to trade. Treetop Freedom Fighters, save me. We might have to use the channel on Team Avatar. Okay, Toph. Kind of surprised they didn't play that first, so they would have waterbending maybe. My turn. Land is a good draw. We can play. I play Mongoose Lizard as a creature. Deal 1 to any target, which is Kyoshi Village. They have green-white available, and a waterbender skin, I guess. And then go to my end step, bounce the Mongoose Lizard, it comes back, finishes off Kyoshi Village. Cool. Cool. They don't get a free draw off that. That's really important, because they next turn could have sacked it to draw a card, and then they get the land back and sack it, draw a card, and whatever. Now they can't attack with Suki, because Mongoose Lizard blocks it. They don't make enough creatures. If they have a creature first, they can attack with Suki, but doesn't really work. And the next turn we can play Water Tribe and block with Team Avatar. We block. If they have a trick, so be it. All the tricks are +2/+2, right? Oh, they didn't gain the life. Weird. I guess I'm tapped out. Yeah, I'm tapped out. You should have totally just gained the life, right? The question here is it worth it to play Team Avatar as a creature or as an enchantment? I think the answer is no. I think I need it as a removal spell. Go to end turn. They sack a land to draw a card. I don't care. Go to my end turn. Make a 1/1. We're gaming. Infinite 1/1s. And now Team Avatar deals 4. So we can blow up. Threat. Destined Confrontation. I have to keep my Treetop Freedom Fighters. So we go to this. Pass. My turn. Does land do anything? No. Next, no attacks, end turn. Keep making 1/1s. This is why we kept it. Absolutely better than the Water Tribe Captain for us. If we find Appa, we go infinite. I guess that's a reason to play the mountain. Rough Rhino Cavalry. The problem. It gains trample until end of turn. My turn. Fancy footwork is pretty good, but we just have to play a land and pass here. No attacks and turn. How much does it cost to do this? 8. It has firebending too. All right, 5/5. I think the turn that they do it, so it becomes a 7/7. So this is 4, 6, 7. Ugh. I just say no blocks. Because next turn we can team Avatar it. Second Suki, sure. And this is why we kept Team Avatar. Pass, no attacks, end turn, blink. Alright, we have like a million tricks right now. But we don't have the mana to do it all. We have 10 mana, we have the mana to do it all. So we can airbending lesson in response to them finally activating the trample. Okay. Allies you control have menace and prowess. Earth King's Lieutenant. Okay. Team Avatar to kill Sokka is necessary. Yeah, we're gonna be 1 short of being able to do everything. So this turn we have to airbend lesson. Oh, 1/1 counter on top is even annoying. They just attack with Suki? Oh. Oh, and now they're gonna get a 1/1 counter every time they do that. I think we have to let this 1/1 live. Because we pass to blockers like this. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the play? I don't know, we have to keep up airbending lesson for the Rough Rhino Cavalry. So I guess we block like this. We double block the Suki like that. And then we fancy footwork, you and you. And now they trade, and we kill the 1/1 that it made. Problem is Earth King's Lieutenant has trample. Wow, this is so tight. I mean, if we find Appa, we just like are totally fine, but I can't believe they didn't attack with everything. They have nothing in hand, so kind of a wild choice. Doesn't have trample. We kill Vasuki. Deserter's Disciple is better than nothing. Next, no attacks. Go to end turn, Treetop Freedom Fighters. Block. Ta-da. They're top decking and they have no way to make 1/1 or allies now. So we need them to finally miss here. Resolve. Pass. Oh no, I don't realize that it gives it trample. Nice, that's their whole turn. Time walk. Get wrecked. Land. Awesome. Love that for me. Compassionate Healer. Is a card. I can give Treetop Freedom Fighters unblockable and then bounce it. We now have enough creatures. We can start getting him for 2. 2 might matter. And then we blink it and make another 1/1. Once again, they have no trample. Rough Rider Cavalry does not give itself trample until you exhaust it, and it's only for that turn. They obviously replay it. It's not an ally, so Earth King's Lieutenant doesn't work. Please give me Appa. Razor Rings. Can gain a life off Compassionate Healer and then blink it to return it to the battlefield. It also gives me a Scry. Razor Rings gaining me life is gonna be huge. I think we can actually get there. How much does this cost? 8? 2, 6, 4, 5. You don't have enough mana. You got something. Got something. See what they want to do here. Next. Attack for 2. They're letting me gain the life. And put a land on the bottom, which I don't want. Awesome. Next. Next. So this is super important. I have to blink the Compassionate Healer here. Okay, never mind. I don't have to anymore. So the reason I said that is if they have a removal spell and they remove my Treetop Freedom Fighters in response to me targeting it, I basically lose the game. Versus if they remove Compassionate Healer when I try to target it, I have the extra blocker. Avatar Aang, whenever you do one of the abilities, bend. Okay. Those 4. Done all 4. This is really cheeky. Does he have lifelink? No. 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're gonna do a cute play. We block with the 1/1 again. Oh wait, they don't have enough mana. Yeah, I just always block with a 1/1. They don't have enough mana to do the thing. Pass. I have to save this for Avatar Aang. Wow, we kept a land. We're so smart. Auto pay. Do they have another land to sack? What are they holding up? I don't even know. Land, but Treetop Freedom Fighters? Hold on. How many creatures do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures attacking? And clearly they have something here. Right. So many 1/1s. They've shown no blue. Oh, they have Soko. I mean, they're not splashing for It'll Quench Ya, I would say almost certainly. Okay. We attack with everything. They have all the blocks. I think this is yet another case of gain a life off of Compassionate Healer. Next. Compassionate Healer. Airbender's Reversal is huge. Next. Next. And we go to our end step. Now I have to blink the Compassionate Healer. If they have a removal spell for the Treetop Freedom Fighters that I target, I lose. So we gotta be careful. Rough Rhino gives itself Trample, but it doesn't give itself Menace. They're attacking with the Tramplers. Why wouldn't you? In response, we blow up Aang. Please don't have a protection spell. Oh, thank God. Okay, so Aang doesn't see himself Firebend, or the other one, so they don't draw the cards. They now have the mana to give this Trample, so we have to do all the blocking in the world. 4 there. This makes itself a 7/7. So I will block with 1/1/1. Because if they spend 8. They only have 3 left afterward to do things with Earth King's Lieutenant. And we see what happens. And we're not going to die to it, because even with the trample, it only deals 6. And then it won't have trample in the future. Okay, we killed the Earth King's Lieutenant. I haven't even looked at decks. 13, and we knew we have an Airbender's Reversal on top. But this is lethal. They have 2 blockers. We have exactly 6 attackers. There's no point in doing anything preventative. And then when they inevitably block both Treetop Freedom Fighters so I don't get 2 creatures, I can Airbender one of them. So I can replay it, get a 1/1, Airbender it, get a 1/1. Attack of everything. I have lethal on board. Another Deserter's Disciple. Sure, it's a creature. See what they can do. Red and white. What? What is this? This is Appa? Earthbend 3 to save themselves. Okay. So they go to 2. And they leave up Deserter's Disciple? Oh, this is so cheeky. Why is Walltop Sentry's 3 power now? So I will need a total of 4 blockers to live. Treetop Freedom Fighters makes 2. So I have to... Or, no we don't. We need 3 blockers and a removal spell, which we don't have. So I have to airbend target creature, the one that's gonna die here. I think we lost with this attack. We go to 2. We replay Treetop Freedom Fighters. We go to our end step. We blink the one that's tapped. We're technically not dead. They have no trample. Whatever they top deck has to be a removal spell or a hasty creature that deals 3. I mean, Firebend 2, sure. This is exhausted, so doesn't really matter how they block. If they have an answer, they win. What you got? Haru. Now I need a removal spell and I win. But it's Deserter's Disciple on top, which we knew, so we lose. Damn it. I should have put Deserter's Disciple on the bottom, or not attacked. Yeah, you got me. Well played, opponent. We need to find Appa, and I should have known that. I should have gone for that. Ah, what a long game to lose. That's such a bummer. So what does that put us at? 5-3. All right. I think we could have stolen a game there. That was super tough. They just kept having answers, but really good deck. 5-3 I'm pretty happy with. Let me know if you were right on the prediction, but Jet and Airbending Ascension just went crazy for us. Really, Appa didn't ever do anything, which is kind of a bummer, but it didn't need to do much for it to be great. A 4-mana 3/4 flash flying is kind of great just on its own, even with all the extra words. But we were really at its heart a Deserter's Disciple giving Treetop Freedom Fighters unblockable deck. That's like 90% of how we won our games. Pretty fun one, really consistent. Like I really wasn't worried about losing most games until we lost them. Yeah. Really consistent type of build where you feel like you're going to have a good shot against a lot of decks with this type of a build. Would have loved a little bit more removal, but that's how it goes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and have a great time.